Hello to all our fabulous readers around Taos and northern New Mexico. You know me, Cody Hooks, reporter and assistant editor at the Taos News. This is what we're working on for the first edition of April of your very own community newspaper. This week we report on a situation involving the sharing of explicit materials among students at Taos High School. State police are investigating the incident, and reporter Jesse Moya will have a rundown of what's going on when the paper hits the racks on Thursday. In county news, there's an update on the ongoing investigation into drug trafficking within the Taos County Adult Detention Center. Cases that were dropped against 2 jailers allegedly involved in the trafficking scheme last year are being picked up by the New Mexico Attorney General. Meanwhile, the Taos District Attorney's Office is prosecuting cases against detainees who may serve as key witnesses in those cases. And in the courts, reporter John Miller has the next edition of The Docket. Look out for updates on Damian Herrera's upcoming murder trial this year and a plea deal struck this week for a Vedito man with a rap sheet of drug cases going back many years. On a slightly lighter note, I have a little story about the trout drought that happened in Wild Rivers last week, where nearly 10,000 tiny cutthroat trout were hiked down to the Rio Grande by nearly 200 volunteers. Photographer Morgan Timms was on hand for the event and has some delightful photos and a video that's live on our YouTube channel. Tempo's cover story this week is about the Taos Chamber Music Group honoring the legacy of Chilton Anderson, who founded the Taos School of Music over 55 years ago. Chilton was a local rancher, skier, teacher, and was besides being a musician. The music group will have a pair of concerts this weekend at the Harwood Museum of Art. Also in Tempo are stories about National Poetry Month and the needed perspectives brought by both native poets and by jazz musician Ebony Isis Booth. Foodies, this is your week to sit down with our In the Kitchen section. We've got a scrumptious story about one-bowl meals to make with leftovers and whatever else you end up with after cleaning out the cupboards. Whether you're craving Asian fusion, Mediterranean inspired, or a classic rancheros type meal, we've got you covered. As for the weather, other than a little rain midweek, it ought to be pretty sunny during the days and mostly cloudy during the nights. As always, weather's at the top of our website, taosnews.com. And in the astrology, we've got a new moon on Friday, which is basically like hitting the reset button each month. Take advantage of that because we've also got a full-blown Jupiter retrograde starting exactly 1 week from today. That's all I've got for this edition of the Taos News. Thank you everyone for supporting a free and independent press right here in northern New Mexico. Bueno, bye.